All right. So trade recap. This is from Thursday. Man, I've had a wicked weekend. Unfortunately, couldn't make um couldn't do these recaps earlier. But yeah, this one's from Thursday. Let's kind of get into it. So at the time, let me just make this big on time. At the time, what is I was looking for? Right? I was looking for us to go short. Um, initially, why? This is 9:30. You can see we came in, we swept these highs. All right, so I'm like, all right, cool. Swept highs. Sweet. We're more than likely going to be going lower. How do we go lower? Well, in this particular leg, there is no inverse FEG. So the only thing left to look at is an order block. This is something I've been testing. It's coming back with fairly decent results. When there is no inverse FEG, you take the order block. So there's our order block. I'll draw this on so you can see. Well, and I actually put a limit on here. Okay. Now I'm following essentially the exact same rules that I use for my inverse model. So we got, well, for the most part. Only thing that's different is I'm taking it as limits. So I want to limit off of the open of the the order block. My first target was here, but my second target was lower. Second target was down here. For being 100% honest, um, that's where I was looking for price to go, and I also had uh, confirmations from there we go, my standard deviation tool. So you can see the two standard deviations here. The target is down here. I actually took out the two standard deviations. I don't know why. And that's the trade setup that I had. That's what I was looking for. We hit break even, so it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I'm actually pretty cool about it. Um, this is the first time I've taken an order block trade in a very long time. But I think it's something I'm gonna add to my arsenal, especially since I'm only trading from 9:30 to 11. Sometimes there are no inverses available, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's the trade setup for the day. Looking back, probably could have hopped in this one. This was an inverse, and this was at the appropriate time. So show y'all here real quick. All right, we have a sweep of liquidity there. We have our inverse break at 950, beginning of the macro. Entry, entry, entry. Go to the enter. Oh, go to the enter, something like this. Covering the inverse, probably like that. Price should not come back up to the sweep, the point that swept. Target is low of its equals, and that would have been the trade there. But it is what it is, right? Didn't take it. And yeah, this was a break-even trade. But a good first kind of trade on the inverse. I'm learning how to take inverses. So yeah,